SH Experiments with Science. In this episode, we explain the importance of this discipline, try a few fun experiments, and take the secondary vibes to new heights.
You could line them up together, stack them up together, and then that could make a very solid base.
I'm Mulsata Bran, and you're watching SHTV. Welcome to SHTV. I'm your host, Mulsata Bran. Science is one of the most interesting subjects at school, and it helps us understand how the world works. In our first segment, we're going to talk about how science is important in different fields.
Science is a very important subject to learn. Here are some reasons why it's important. When it comes to finding jobs with science, there are many that you can choose from. But here are some important jobs that you can choose.
Engineering is a creative application of science and mathematical methods to the innovation, construction, and maintenance of machines, materials, devices, and systems. There are many different benefits of working in this field, for example, a variety of career opportunities, potential to benefit society, and technological and scientific discoveries.
Being a medical doctor is really great. It's stimulating and interesting. Most people value their health above everything else in their lives, whether they know it or not. When someone is sick or injured, doctors have the incredible opportunity to restore these people's lives to normalcy, and even save some from death itself. Becoming a doctor means learning everything there is to know about the human body. The human body itself is an incredible thing to study, and medical students and doctors have the opportunity to further examine it with technology. From the pumping of the heart, to drugs that take away pain, to machines that allow you to look inside a person, modern medicine remains one of the most fascinating subjects in the world. Therefore, being a doctor is extremely rewarding. In most science courses, teaching is done by explaining relevant scientific topics, giving examples, and providing practice. Science teachers should make students believe that their knowledge of science can make a difference and make students aware of the relevance of science to their lives. Science education requires experiments to help understand theories and sharpen skills in observing and processing. Science teachers have exciting opportunities to teach kids about how science makes the world work. They share their knowledge with many other people. Therefore, science teaching should extend beyond the school, and it is a very fascinating job.
With the help of nature, science becomes very useful when ensuring a safe atmosphere on Earth. Many chemical reactions are produced by plants, which later on create molecules that are essential to the human body. Also, when it comes to identifying safe and poisonous plants, science plays a big role because this process is done in science labs by professional scientists.
How many planets are there in the solar system, and can you name them?
Okay, there's 8 planets, Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Earth, the Sun, and that's all.
Thank you so much.
The goal of this week's episode is to prove that science is fun, and we're going to do that in this next segment by doing some cool experiments.
Hello, scientists! scientist, and you're here today with SH Science. As you know, during these past few weeks, a new TikTok account was created by two famous and the best, yes, you heard, the best scientists, and basically their account just blew up. Now, I'd like to welcome my two guests, Arvin and Bea. So, how are you guys doing today?
Very good. Yeah, we're doing good.
We're so happy to have you guys here. I would like to start by congratulating you guys for hitting 50 million subscribers! You guys just broke the TikTok history record. So, how do you guys feel about it?
We are actually very excited because it is our first interview in front of a lot of people, and we are very happy.
Nice.
Exactly. I mean, it's definitely a big adjustment, so yeah, but however, we really feel honored to have and grateful to have this opportunity in life.
So another question, where did you get the motivation? Like, where did all of this start?
Well, to be honest with you, at some point everyone was using this platform, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, let's try it out. So we started this as a joke, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, science was our favorite subject.
Yes, since we were kids.
Yeah. Exactly. Learning about human body and, you know, just in general, nature was something that we enjoyed acknowledging.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where this whole new thing started. So we thought that doing this type of content and acknowledging, educating others, especially students that are struggling with this class, could be helpful, could be useful.
Obviously.
Yeah. We are very proud of ourselves because we're teaching others new things, new experiments, and fun facts about science.
Yes, that is true. So I'd like to show you some of their work that they did on TikTok. So let's roll it.
Bea, yes. Do you have an idea how you can get a quarter out of a plate filled with milk without getting your hands wet?
No, absolutely not.
No?
Using your mouth or any type of machine?
How? No, that's impossible.
Well, let me show you.
Let's go.
Impressive, you guys, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for being here with us today, and we'll see you on the next episode of SH Science. Woo!
What's the tiniest bone on the human body?
Hi, my name is Matthew, and I think the answer to this question is either your baby teeth, probably like a frontal one, not a molar, or a pinky toe on your foot. I think that would also be an answer, like the upper bone.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can't pursue science without studying hard first. We got the chance to ask Sarine Tufenkjian 5 questions about the process after high school.
Hi,
Sarine and I'm 20 years old. I graduated from Marianopolis College in Health Science in 2021. I am currently enrolled at Concordia in Behavioral Neuroscience.
What pushed you to study in this domain?
So first, I'll explain what my domain is. I am a part of the Behavioral Neuroscience program. It's essentially a psychology program, but I have to take science courses as well. The reason why I chose this program was because in CJUP, while I was in the health science program, where I was mostly focused on science classes, those were my primary courses, I decided to take one psychology course as a complementary. And I really enjoyed psychology. It was so interesting to learn about the human mind and everything we can't study solely through science. And since I enjoyed it so much, I really wanted a future in psychology, but I wanted to keep science in my life. So I decided to put them together, and that's how I saw my program.
What careers can you have with your program?
As I explained in the previous question, I'm studying psychology and science at the same time, so that means I have many career options. I can either further my education in psychology and potentially become a psychologist, or I can continue in the medical field. I can become a nurse, I can become a doctor, I can become a psychiatrist. Honestly, the options are so vast and varied.
What are the difficulties you face while studying in this program?
Well, since I get both worlds, science and psychology, although I do get the best of both worlds, I also do get the worst. Since I have science classes, I still have laboratories, I still have a lot of lab reports to complete that take up a lot of time, and they are weekly, which would have been okay if I only had science courses and it would be balanced out. But since I also have psychology classes, I also have a lot of papers to write and a lot of research to do, because neuroscience is also very important in the research department. And I also have to participate in research labs, I have to volunteer, I have to be very much involved as much as I can.
What issues do you face while studying in this program?
Well, as I previously said, I study psychology and science at the same time. So I do get the best of both worlds, but I also do get the worst. Which means I have to take science courses that have laboratories. So I have to write lab reports every week, and it takes up a lot of time, a lot of calculations and such. Which would have been fine if I was only a science major, because I could be able to balance it with my other classes that don't need any excessive work out of the classroom. But since I'm also a psychology student, I also have a lot of papers to write, and I also have a lot of research to do, and even participate in research programs as well. And on top of all of this, since in psychology it's very important to study cases and understand all perspectives of it, I have a lot of readings to complete weekly.
What's some advice you can give to a future student that will go into your program?
Well, I do have advice for any student, not particularly for my program. Yes, I would say be organized, that's important. But I think the most important thing is to have a program you actually enjoy, because studying for something that you're not interested and you find boring is the hardest thing you can do. So that's my main advice, is study something you actually want to do and you find interesting, not something someone told you to do.
What do plants need for photosynthesis?
My name is Rak, and I think plants need water and sunlight to live.
Sometimes we think experiments can't be as fun if teachers are supervising, but let's show some exciting experiments we did in class.
The world of science surrounds us. However, it is not necessary to learn everything from a textbook when it comes to science. Students learn more about scientific concepts when they are provided with experiments in the classroom. By involving students in practical, hands-on projects, teachers help students visualize how these concepts work in reality and instill an understanding that can be applied to real-world situations. There are so many exciting things about science. You can observe real-life organs up close, observe crystals growing, discover plants and their poisons, and so much more. During last year's Sourp Hagop program, we created a garden. Students from elementary planted trees and plants, which was a new and fun experience for them. This shows us that science is not only about learning formulas and chemistry, but also about helping the environment and understanding what surrounds us.
Hello everyone, today we're going to do an experiment that's called the electrolysis of water. Water, as we know, is H2O, which we're going to separate into hydrogen and oxygen using electricity.
So this experiment is still ongoing, but we've already recuperated hydrogen and oxygen in these vials from previous experiments.
Now we're going to determine which one is hydrogen, which is an explosive gas.
So we're going to light up a match and bring it close to the vial and see if it's going to make a popping sound.
So now we know that hydrogen is an explosive gas, so be careful with hydrogen.
We could make a connection between science and the Hindenburg disaster by using the electrolysis of water. The airship was designed to be filled with helium, but because of US export restrictions on helium, it was filled with hydrogen. Hydrogen is extremely flammable, and the official cause of the fire was due to a discharge of atmospheric electricity near a gas leak on the ship's surface. This shows that our understanding of different concepts in science can also help us gain a deeper understanding of historical events, which is very fun seeing how we recreated a scientific event in our lab.
We're here with Vahan from Secondary 4 and we're going to ask him a science question. Vahan, can you name the main components of an atom?
Yes, of course. So, the main components of the atom are first the proton, then the neutron, and finally the electron.
It's now time for the Secondary 5 Final Showdown Science Edition. We explore how structural engineering is important to science by challenging our students to make a tower as high as they can.
Les deux groupes étaient séparés et avaient un bocal de ce type qui est un petit peu plus gros que celui-ci et devaient déterminer le nombre de M&M dans le bocal sans ouvrir le bocal et sans compter les M&M un à un. Pour Araignée, donc les 5B, on a utilisé le calcul du volume, super intéressant, pour avoir une meilleure idée du nombre de paquets et ainsi du nombre de M&M. Donc, félicitations aux 5B, vous êtes les grands gagnants de ce défi.
Hi, I'm Karen Arakelian. I'm the Secondary 1 and 2 Science teacher at Sourp Hagop. Today we will be filming the Secondary 5 4th Final Showdown Challenge. In this challenge, the students will be given index cards, 100 index cards, and the challenge is to build the tallest tower in 20 minutes only by folding or cutting the paper. The winner would be the one who achieves the highest tower within the 20 minutes. Now I'm going to demonstrate some of the techniques that students can use to complete this challenge. Again, only folding or cutting with scissors is permitted. No adhesives are permitted. You can use folding techniques such as triangles and stackable, and you can combine both techniques to make the tallest tower possible. So students could use techniques, well-proven techniques in engineering such as triangles, which are quite sturdy, and they can use them in any direction possible, and you could line them up together, stack them up together, and then that could make a very solid base. As well, cutting techniques which could lock in and make, again, a very solid base if you have several going on at the same time. And it does take trial and error. Like a stack of cards, you can fold them up and create a base for further stacking. So using these basic engineering techniques just demonstrated, there's no reason why these students should not succeed in the completion of their towers. So let's see how they've done. Well, it's impressive the work that these students put into these towers. Now let's measure them and see who's the winner. Okay, 40 centimeters. $27 centimeters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, 5A, you guys won. That was amazing. Tune in next week to see what other challenges face the secondary fives.
Can you name 3 elements from the periodic table that start with the letter M?
Magnesium, mercury.
Merci.
Thank you for watching SHTV. We hope this episode illuminated you to the essentialness of science. Before we leave, let's show you some clips from some museums of science in Boston, where the secondary 2s and 3s will be traveling this year.